Guys, if your Splendor or your bike shock absorbers look something like this, then keep watching this video, because in this video I am going to show you how to restore this. My name is Raisen and I am an Autobody and paint expert, author and instructor, and welcome to Raisen Spray Booth. So it is going to be a very interesting video, guys, so see that you like the video now only, and if you are coming on this channel for the first time, see that you subscribe and press that bell icon so that you will not miss any of my future videos. So come on, let's start the video. So guys, the first thing that you will have to do is take out the shock absorbers from the bike if you want a good finish. Now once you take these shock absorbers out from the bike, you will notice that there is grease on them, there is oil spillage on them, there is dirt, grime on the shock absorbers. So the first thing that you will have to do is you will have to take a dishwash soap and a Scotch-Brite and scrub these shock absorbers thoroughly. Once you scrub them nicely, you can now rinse them with fresh water. And now you can work on these shock absorbers very nicely. Now the paint on my shock absorbers is totally spoiled, guys. And scaling is also happening. Paint is coming out. So it is no use if I apply the paint on top of this paint. So I will have to take out the entire paint from the shock absorber, guys. That is the reason why I am making use of a paint remover chemical. And the moment I apply the paint remover chemical on the shock absorbers, as you guys can see, paint starts to bubble, it starts to melt and it starts to come out. Now after applying the paint remover chemical on top of the shock absorbers, I will leave them like that for a while, and after leaving them for a while, I will start to scrape the paint. So you will have to scrape out the entire paint, guys. And once you scrape out all the paint, your shock absorbers will look something like this. As you guys can see how I have taken out all the paint from the shock absorbers. Just notice how the scratch marks are come on top of it, and also check the scaling marks as well, guys. So after taking out the paint, your shock absorbers will look something like this. The next thing that you will have to do is you will have to do the sanding of these shock absorbers, and you will have to smoothen out the surface. So here I will be using a DS sander, guys, because when you use a DS sander, the work becomes easy and it gets over faster as well. So come on, let's start to do the sanding process. So guys, here I am done doing the sanding process with the help of a DS sander, and as you guys can see how it looks like after the sanding process is done. It is become kind of shiny. Now because I used the DS sander, guys, I could not reach the corners and the edges. That is the reason why I will make use of a sandpaper and I will do the hand sanding. And I will sand all the edges, corners and grooves. Once I was done with the sanding process, I used pressured air and blew out all the dust. Then again I scrubbed the shock absorbers with dishwash soap and Scotch-Brite, because the oil, grease and grime might be there on the surface, guys. And we don't want that before we start the painting process. And once I was done with the washing, guys, I wiped the shock absorbers with a wax and grease remover. Then I mixed my primer and I put it into my spray gun cup. Now what type of primer I am using here, or what type of primer you should be using, do let me know in the comment section below. Then I set up my PSI, my spray pattern and my fan width. Once I was done setting up all of that, I could now start with the spraying process. So here I have started to spray the primer on my shock absorbers. Guys, here I am done applying the first coat of primer, and I forgot to do one important thing here, guys, and that is I forgot to do the masking. Now if I don't do the masking here, then on all those spots where I don't want my primer to stick to, all the overspray will get settled there, and because of which my shock absorber can get spoiled. That is the reason why, as you guys can see, I have applied the masking tape now. So I will be applying one more coat of primer here guys, and then I will allow it to dry for one day. So guys, here I am done applying the 2 coats of primer. Now I will allow it to dry for one day, and tomorrow I will again start with the sanding process. So guys, my one day is up. So here I have started with my sanding process, and this is the last time that I am doing the sanding guys. After this sanding, I will be applying the paint on these shock absorbers. Now this sanding is slightly a lighter sanding guys. You only have to scratch the primer with the sandpaper and create those tooth on which the paint will hold on to and will get a good bonding. So that is the only job here, but see that you don't miss any of the spot, otherwise the paint that you apply will come out from that spot after a few days. Now once I was done with the sanding, I used pressured air and I blew out all the dust. Then I wiped the surface down with a wax and grease remover, and now I will mix my paint. So I will be applying the base coat and clear coat system on these shock absorbers guys. The base coat that I will use here is, as you guys can see, it is a second quality Bilux silver base coat. Now I have not bought this paint specially for this paint job guys. This tin was there with me for a long time. I had bought this paint long time back for another paint job. So I will use this same base coat on my shock absorbers. So mix the base coat thoroughly inside of the tin itself first, then take it in the mixing cup, then add reducer to it, then mix it well, and then pour that mixture into your spray gun cup. Then set your PSI, then check your spray pattern, adjust your fan width, and then your spray gun is ready to spray the paint guys. So guys, if you want to learn Autobody and painting in detail, in depth, what is the paint mixing ratios, how to set up the spray gun correctly, how to set it up for primers, how to set it up for base coats, how to set it up for clear coats. And if you want to do paint jobs in your own home garage, and if you want to acquire professional like finish guys, then I have created a detailed A to Z step-by-step course on it, where I teach step-by-step how to Autobody and paint. If you are interested, then I have put a link of my course in the description below. Don't waste your time guys. Go there and get yourself enrolled, and I will see you guys on the inside. So here I will be applying 2 coats of base coats guys. Here I am done applying the first coat. So I will wait for the flash time and I will apply the second coat. So here my flash time is up guys, and here I am applying my second coat of base coat. So once I am done applying this coat guys, I will let it dry and then I will apply the clear coat. So guys, now here I will mix my clear coat, and this is a very cheap clear coat guys. So when I took this clear coat inside of my mixing cup, you guys can see the color of it, how yellow it is guys. So if your clear coat is yellow like this, then you can know that the clear coat is a cheap quality clear coat and it is not a high quality clear coat. Then I will add hardener to it, then I will add reducer to it, I will mix it well, and then I will pour it into my spray gun cup. Then again I will set my PSI, I will set my spray pattern, I will adjust my fan width, and now my spray gun is ready to spray the clear coat. So come on, let's spray the clear coat guys. Guys, here I am done applying my 2 coats of clear coat. Now I will allow it to dry for one day guys, and tomorrow I can put them back on the bike. So one last thing I will do here guys, and that is the masking which I have done. That masking I will take out now, and after taking out the masking, I am done with my paint job. So before looking at the final look, if you found this video useful, then see that you like and share with your friends and family. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then see that you subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon so that you will not miss any of my future videos. Till then, this is Raisen Fanai signing out. Until we meet again.